Good morning, Peter, once again to you and the viewers. Rightfully said, in a nutshell, we are at the launch of a brand new school. It's called the Chief Albert Luthuli Primary School in the east of Johannesburg, as you mentioned. I am joined now by the Minister of Basic Education, Motshekga. And as you can only imagine, as you've also mentioned, that for a lot of kids for the first time, they'll be going to school today. Matriculants will enter that classroom for the first time today. But here it is a buzz of excitement because this school will have received 1,200 children, not only from schools that are overcrowded, but also from a nearby school here in Bapsfontein, which is a farm school. Let me bring the Minister into this conversation. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining me. Happy New Year, all of that. How excited are you? I mean, this is a purposefully built, green technology, smart, innovative school.
I'm very happy. It really gives us lots of hope for our children, for our country, and it's just really humbling and very exciting to see that government can also offer such good facilities for a community like this one. You can see it's RTP homes, you can see from just the looks of kids that they come from a very deprived community. So I'm very happy that we're able to provide such high-class facilities for them. It's quite clear that there's hope for them.
The fact that a school like this will not only deal with issues of overcrowding, but it's also going to for lack of a better description, deal with an education issue in Bapsfontein where some children have not maybe been in the best facilities and received the best kind of schooling. This is really what it's about, isn't it?
Exactly. It just gives them a solid foundation from the start. And I'm happy that it's a primary school because the first 5 years of a child's life determines their future in education. So it does give them the necessary solid foundation to give them an early kick start off of their education and their career. So I'm very happy for them, as I said, especially because it's a primary school.
This is an initiative born completely from the Gauteng Department of Education. Over 92 million rand spent, 33 smart rooms. We're talking about money that has come out of the Gauteng Department with support from you guys. But how much of these kind of initiatives could potentially the other provinces still do?
No, we do. For instance, it's national. We're building through ASIDI. We also are building your high-tech schools designed for the different environments, designed for the sites where they are. But if you see some of the schools that we bring to the Eastern Cape, KZN, and this is what we want to see as the school of the future, so that you don't come from a tin house, you get into a tin school. But you come from a tin house, we give you a solid start through proper infrastructure, proper facilities, and an environment that really tells you that you are just as important as any other child and you are just as valuable as any other child to the country.
Minister, it's the first day of school today. A couple of issues. How's it going today? Are we everything 100% ready to go? Every child will find a school today?
We are as ready as we could be. I'm aware that different provinces have their flashpoints. I was in the Western Cape yesterday. They're also sorting out unexpected arrivals. They're also opening up new schools. Today we're here in Gauteng. I did get a report that around your Johannesburg South, your Mondia area, there's overcrowding. They don't have spaces for all the children who have presented themselves. Pretoria is also a flashpoint, and the province and the district, they had at work to see how they place these extra learners, because it's in these growing areas also where you do find lots of young children, and in the old areas like Soweto, because of migration, even internal migration, where people are moving into new areas, we find schools lying empty. In your new areas, we find that we don't have spaces, but the province is dealing with it, and they've assured me that by end of the month they will be settled.
One of the other things that, or we'd be remiss not to mention, that where we are is at this new school is that it's called the Chief Albert Luthuli Primary School. The longest serving president. If he was still alive today, this would have been a beautiful moment for him.
It would have been a beautiful moment for him. I recently visited his museum, the museum in KZN, and they have a sculpture or an image of him sitting on the desk. And when I heard about the school being called Albert Luthuli, I just had that image of him sitting at the desk and said, my goodness, he will be so proud to see that all their efforts and all their trials and all the trouble they went into, this is what has come out to be for the children of this country. I think he'll be very proud. And I mean, I really have a picture of him just being so proud that it was worth it.
He was quite a prolific teacher at both primary and high school. Didn't have a great love for sports, but was instrumental in getting students active. Let's talk about just some of the things that have been brought to the school. We are going to see not only state-of-the-art classrooms, we're going to see 33 teachers that are prepared for this community, that are ready to teach these children.
And I hope they will also, throughout, maintain his humility, so that they will make sure that the school lives up to Albert Luthuli's name, it lives up to his aspirations, will live up to his dreams for the African child. And I do hope that these teachers, every day, they'll remember that they're carrying his name, because his name, and that's why even our headquarters as the is called Albert Luthuli. It's one of the names that really inspire us to strive for the best and strive to serve the best we can, because he really did serve in the best way he could when he had an opportunity to do it. So I really do hope that our teachers on a daily basis serve our children with that humility and with that respect that he served our nation, and also make sure that they prepare them for the future, which I think also he would have a bright future and a prosperous country that he also aspired for.
So a little bit later we're going to see the official opening of the school, but just an official message from you to all the parents, all the children, parents that are getting ready to drop off their children, getting ready for a brand new school year, something you might want to say to them?
I want to say to young parents, it's the opportunity also to give their kids a gift of life. Education is a gift of life, and parents should not even waste a moment to do the best that they can to ensure that their kids are supported, they are monitored, that our schools are supported and are also held accountable. And to our learners to say, it may just look like just sitting at a desk. That's the beginning of big things in your life, and they must grab every opportunity, because it's the thing that this is the best gift. So even to our teachers to say, if there's anything that they have been privileged with, is to serve the nation.
Minister, thank you very much for joining me, setting the scene for us here this morning. Before the ribbon cutting, we do expect the Deputy President, along with the Minister, the Premier of Gauteng and the MEC of Education, all here in Daveyton in the east of Johannesburg. Loads more still from us. Let's go to an ad break. After that, we'll go back to the studio.